Hello. So here I am in Kilkenny. I got here. The drive was kind of like daunting for me because I just got my license and it's like the second time I've driven on the motorway and it was an hour long. So, but it was fine. Alhamdulillah, everything was great. But anyways, here we are. I'll give you a little bit of a room tour. So yes, this is the room. It's really nice and pretty. I like it. And there's like a little tea area, little chair. Downstairs there's like a common room. I'll show you if I go down. And then down here, there's the little toilet. And we have ourselves a little shower, real cute, real nice. And then the bath, toilet, the little bathroom. This is the bathroom. Again, I didn't record anything on my first day when I'm not really sure of the place, but here is the update for day 1 of St. Luke's in Kilkenny. I was sick last week. Obviously I didn't go into the hospital on like last week, so this week was my first week. Apparently there's meant to be like 4 of us. I know one person isn't coming in and I know why, and then the other two year 3s are not here, so I'm here by myself in this B&B and I'm the only year 3. I'm with 4 final years. And the difference between how they present their history, how they take it, they're so good. I just for a lot of the time I had to keep reminding myself, like, oh my year 3, you're not a final year, you're not gonna be final year quality. But it's nice, they're really nice. They're teaching me how to do a cannula. Today was like the first time I took a history. I didn't take a history, I was watching them take a history. And it was the first time I've seen like a patient like cry during a history, and that was quite sad and not upsetting, but it was like upsetting for the patient. That was my first day. The food over here, like, you know, the breakfast is not as great as like Enniskillen, obviously. It's like stuff that you can keep for a while. It's not like proper breakfast. It's like cupcakes and like pain au chocolat, the ones in like the little packets. I'm not complaining. I'm fine with it. It's just very like basic breakfast, and not the kind of breakfast you'd have at home. And then it's like a 5-minute drive to the hospital. Parking is free for staff, so if you have the card, you just swipe your card and it'll open. Problem is though, is that there's also like University of Limerick students here, and they'll have like 4 University of Limerick students on one day and 4 RCSI students all on one day in one team, and then only 2 students can be in the theatre at the same time. We're kind of just wandering around. We have a lot of scheduled tutorials. We have like grand rounds. I feel like surgical grand rounds is everywhere in the country. If you're on surgery, it's all on Thursday, the surgical grand rounds. You'll probably like barely see me because it's lashing rain. It is like 7:45 and I need to be there at 8. It's only gonna take me 5 minutes to be there, but I'm like factoring time for changing and everything. We need to take I do a pre-round there before we do the actual rounds, because he doesn't want to be like explaining everything to us. He's really good. Like he grills us differently based on our level. So I'm in year 3 obviously, so he'll like ask me questions that are year 3 level, and then when it gets to the final years he'll ask them like final year level. I need to go. With the final years, the more I stay here, the more it's not worth my time to stay till the end of the week. So I think I'm gonna leave on Wednesday. You barely get the chance to be in theatre, and I'm by myself. There's no other third years. I kind of like blend in. Like the final years are great and everything. It's just, for me, better spend my time not coming in. Don't tell anyone. Let me see what they're doing. Oh, they're backing up. Okay, maybe I might say. Hi, day 2, I'm back. I'm still by myself. There's no other year 3s. Today, more of the learning about catheter insertions. Very tricky and fiddly. Today I didn't do it. The final years were doing it on patients, and I was watching. Maybe one day I'll be able to do it. Today we had a tutorial that was just me by myself, because there were no other year 3s. Like no one came, because apparently like over here there's not much to do, and there isn't much to do. You don't get much out of it, out of the experience, as much as you expect it to be. So I think that's why maybe no one came. But anyways, I came, so I'm here. Which means I'm more productive and I get to do stuff. And like when I come back to the B&B, I'm in like study mode. I can go into study mode. But when I'm at home, it's like you get home and it's like family mode, so it's very hard to kind of. But anyways, that's beside the point. Today we had a tutorial by myself, but it was kind of good because he was able to give like individual feedback for individual cases that I saw or things that I didn't know, and he gave me questions like, okay, go look up this, tomorrow I'm gonna ask you this. He doesn't like make you feel bad about not knowing things. He's like, okay, that's fine. You do something good, he'll like praise that, and he'll kind of not ignore but not focus on all the things that I didn't know. The thing is, like, I didn't revise. I haven't revised in a while, and I feel like this week has made me realize I need to actually start revising things. And that for the Oscar in the long case, it's not just about knowing how to do it, it's about knowing a bit of the background of like the case. Definitely after like placements and stuff, I'm gonna try and find people to kind of practice with. I need to practice on my like family and all that. I need to practice on patients. He said that tomorrow is like handover, so tomorrow is when there's gonna be loads of patients. That's why he like wanted me to go revise certain things, and he's like, these are really common, be able to know and like be able to find out a management plan for these things. Like first thing, we were supposed to do ward rounds. I was late because I forgot my scrubs and I had to go back and get my scrubs. We were meant to be doing ward rounds, but we couldn't. It was a miscommunication. We kept running around the hospital looking for people, couldn't find them, but it's fine. We found them, and then he told us to go like study, go do whatever we want until there was like a radiology MDT. We went to the radiology MDT. Better than the one in Enniskillen, because the whole time they were like, oh, let's explain this for the students, because there was a lot of students in there. Let's explain this to the interns because they might be doing this, because there's a lot of interns there. We kind of just like chilled. Then we went to the emergency department, and we went to go try find bloods and stuff to do. Like every emergency department, which is only like really two, that I ever went to look for stuff to do, they've always given us stuff to do, so that's a good place to go start doing things. Then after that we had lunch, and then we went to our like respective tutorials. So right now I'm going to be studying the like abdominal stuff, like anatomy, revising the anatomy, because I know things, I just haven't been able to retrieve the information, so I need to like refresh that. Common presentations of an acute abdomen and how you would treat all of them. I have all these resources, I have all the books that you need for this, all the like pages, they're all there. I just need to go and use them, chill a bit, read, watch Call the Midwife. Like I have a plan for tomorrow, I know what I'm doing. Like I said, I don't think I'm gonna stay for like Thursday, Friday. I'm definitely not staying Friday. Friday's outpatients. I'm not staying for Friday. Friday is no. I might just go home tomorrow after the handover, because he said tomorrow come this stuff, so I'm like, I'm gonna come. And he's so like he's so afraid that we're all gonna like run away. He's like, you're not gonna like run away tomorrow, are you? You're not gonna leave, are you? And I'm like, no, because I got my weekly log signed and everything. But anyways, yes, that's my update. Inshallah everything goes well. I'm just like taking it one day at a time. I'll show you real quick the food selection that we have. I'm not complaining, I'm just stating what's fact. There's just not much of a like selection of food, which makes sense, maybe because it's a B&B. I wouldn't know, I've never been in a B&B before, but anyways, I'll show you. So we've got our fruit bagels, this, like everything is not like breakfasty food, it's more like snacks. So yeah, that's that. I can't lie, when the final years told me that they get like a hot meal and eggs and all that jazz, I was a bit like, oh, but I'm happy, I'm fine, I'm content, I'm living my best life. So it is Wednesday and we finished quite early today. Today we went to like the scope room. We went to endoscopy and we watched a few colonoscopies and stuff like that, which was interesting. It was good. My plan was to leave today, like after we finish, but then he specifically was like, I will see you tomorrow at 3 o'clock when we have our tutorial and then the boys are here. But I'm definitely leaving tomorrow, because Friday, if I'm leaving, I'll be leaving in the afternoon. I don't want to be driving in the dark. Next week we have ophthalmology. It's gonna be fun, it's gonna be interesting, because I've never learned any like ophthalmology really before, in the context of just it is a specialty. You don't wear scrubs unless you're going to theatre or unless you're in specific situations. So mostly it's going to be like lecture based learning, formal attire, but not like scrubs. I don't know, I ended up in a final year tutorial and they were like, literally when we're presenting they only want us to present histories because that is our level, but for the final years it's like history, examination, differential diagnosis, working diagnosis, the whole shebang, which makes sense because they're going to be doctors in like 2 months. Yeah, I was like, fine, you're 3rd year, you're not a final year. So far my review of Kilkenny is that it's not all that. I am learning a lot from tutorials, but you learn a lot from tutorials everywhere. I kind of want to like look into more the pathway to like OBGYN in Ireland, and that's something I'm really excited about next year, is learning more about that and learning more about obstetrics and gynecology because we haven't done any of that yet. Hello, so today is Wednesday. No, it's not Wednesday, what the frick, it's Thursday. I don't know, yesterday night was just not that great mental health wise, alone with my own thoughts kind of vibes, and today is not that great either. So I don't know, I feel like I'm gonna go and like bring back my swipe card and just go home rather than like wait until the tutorial and then go and take histories and all that. I know it's like really good. My plan was to ask if I was by myself there, I was gonna ask if we could do like bedside teaching and stuff like that, because that's helpful when it comes to learning how to do like physical exams. I'm not that like fluent in like physical exams. I'm having my tea and my breakfast. Like literally the only options for breakfast was like a cupcake, pan au chocolat, this, and then cereal, like yogurt cereal. I don't trust the cheese because I opened the cheese once and it was a bit moldy and I was like, no. Anyways, I'm just gonna pack everything up, put it in the car, go to like the hospital, bring back my sub card, get back my money, fill up petrol, and then go home. I don't think this is a very happy conclusion to the vlog. I think I'm gonna conclude it here. Kilkenny, I think everyone was right. There's not really much to do. I think also a lot of like communication, that like all they have to do is practice for their OSCEs, and then that kind of just focuses our learning to just like learn how to do an OSCE. And it's not that, it's like we need more bedside teaching, I think, and more like a broader idea of like what we should be doing, you know, rather than just like focusing on a specific thing. And then, well, anyways, I'm not like a education specialist, so I don't know. I'm very neutral about this experience in Kilkenny. I'm not like it's terrible and it's amazing, it's just average, I guess. If you enjoyed the video, then like it, and I would appreciate if you would subscribe. So yeah, that's it. I'll see you on the flip side.